What's up, everybody? Welcome to my first YouTube video, where in today's video I'm going to be choosing who I would vote for to win in each of the New Era Final Threes. So New Era is pretty much any season after Winners at War. Season 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. 6 Final Threes obviously to speak of. Let's just get right into 41. Alright, so before I start with 41, just a quick disclaimer. This isn't saying who I would pick to win on the overall season. So, like, in 41, I think Ricard's the best player. But he didn't make the final three. He's not an option to choose from. So I can't choose Ricard. I'd have to pick from Deshaun, Erica, or Xander. Simple enough. Which, obviously, that's our first final three. Looking at this final three, it's kind of mid, I'm not going to lie. Probably, I wouldn't say the worst outcome we could have got that season, but there are way better outcomes than this that we could have got. Let's start with Xander. I wouldn't vote for Xander. I think he's the easy non-vote, like the easy third vote finalist or zero vote finalist of these three. Just for a simple reason that he really didn't have much control throughout the game. He was kind of just there. And like, people will say, oh, well, he played a good game, bro. He looks like every other challenge beast, like, type of guy in that archetype. So obviously, when he makes final three, people are going to say he played a good game. But I didn't see it, me personally. Now, Deshaun, this is probably a hot take. I'm just kind of spoiled here. Out of this final three, I would have voted for Deshaun over Erica. Now, here's why. We go to the pre-merge breakdown. Deshaun and Erica are in the same tribe. Deshaun has literally everybody on that tribe. Nazir, Danny, Sydney, Erica, and Heather all trust him. No matter what pre-merge tribal they went to, they could have went to 3, they could have went to 4 tribals. They went to 0. But I'm just saying, no matter how many tribals they went to, no matter what happened, I'm confident Deshaun would not have gone home. I'm just more than confident he would have made merge no matter what. With Erica, even though it said after season that Danny and Deshaun, or Deshaun I should say, was playing to blindside Sydney instead of Erica, two things wrong with that. One, Erica was still on the chopping block when they're like doing the throwing the challenge thing, right? Erica was still on the chopping block for that. Two, Deshaun was setting up that plan once again. So that shows that he set up everything on that pre-merge tribe. Whatever. Pre-merge, it matters, but post-merge matters more. Get to post-merge. Erica, I'm like 70% sure she would have went home if she didn't get that hourglass thing. People can say whatever revisionist history they want. Oh, after season interviews said you wouldn't. No, bro. Keyword, after season interviews. They didn't say that when they were starving on the island. They said that after the season when they had time to watch everything. That's way different. So I'm sticking with my guns. I think Deshaun should have won. I think the only move you can say he slipped up on was getting Chantel out. But at the same time, she was already thinking about getting him out too. So he had to get her out eventually. I think it was just a round or two early. But either way, he still made the final three. Pretty much unscathed himself. So that's who I would vote for. Alright, now leading into season 42. Just going to say it straight out the bat before I even say the final three. Romeo is counted out of this. I'm so sorry. He's counted out. But the final three is Romeo, Marianne, and Mike. We already narrowed it down between Mike and Marianne. This, like, watching this live, I thought Marianne should have won purely for the Omar move. Here's something I think about Survivor, and specifically New Era Survivor, right? If a player is playing a good, like, a solid to good game, maybe not the best out there, maybe not, like, top 2 best out there at the time, but a good game, right? And they take out the best player of that season, to me, that automatically makes them the best player if they make the final three, unless the other players played like some phenomenal game, which in this case, in 42, no other player played like some phenomenal game, you could say, besides Omar. And Marianne was able to take Omar out. So with that logic, I thought Marianne should win going to the final tribal. After watching Final Tribal, that only confirmed it. That only confirmed what I thought. Mike, all I remember is he did not answer well in his tribal. And if that's all I can remember about your final tribal, hey man, it's over. I think we're basing on the overall games up until the Omar vote. Mike played a little bit better. You know, he was in a lot more weird positions that he survived where Marianne didn't have as many bumps in the road. And you could argue if her tribe goes to pre-merge, like another pre-merge tribal, she goes home, like after the Mariah vote. So you could argue that for sure. And I wouldn't be mad if like somebody said they'd vote for Mike or Marianne. This is one of the closer final threes. But still, just based on the Omar vote, I'd have to give Marianne a slight edge, especially along with her performance over Mike. Yeah. We've made it. We're going to the Survivor 43 final three of Gabler, Cassidy, and Owen. I'm going to come out the gates and say it. Aside from the Gabon final three, this is easily the worst final three of all time. Easily, bro. Like, all three of these players are probably about, like, the highest ranking player I think of these players is a C player, maybe C minus. Alright, after thinking it through, this final three isn't that bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but C minus is crazy. I think Gabler and Cassidy are probably both about 75 overall players. These are all very mid players. I think, I'm not gonna lie, when this happened in real life, like as soon as Jesse lost that fire making comp, I turned the whole finale off. I didn't want to hear none of what these guys had to say. I think this is probably the worst final three outcome we could have got that whole season. So what a shame. But right out the gate, Owen controlled 0 votes. He played like more actively bad than he played actively good. So he's not getting my vote. Gabler and Cassidy. Like, what I noticed about, like, this final three is, I think, no, I'm not going to say. I was going to say most other New Era final threes, like, all three of the people in there would be able to beat these three. But I would probably still give one of these players the edge over players like Romeo or even Heidi to an extent, not going to lie. Cassidy, I think, had very little control. She won a few mini comps, but socially, pretty mid player. Strategically, pretty mid player. I can't think of like anything she domineered herself. Gabler, same thing, but at the very least, and I hate like how I'm giving the edge for a fucking vote that happened as soon as merge happened, but he got Ellie out, and that's more than I can say for Cassie. Cassie didn't get nobody over herself. She could even go in the fire against Jesse. I'm not saying like making fire making is some big feat. Like, I don't think making fire and like winning it should automatically guarantee the win, right? That's so stupid to me. But at the same time, when you have resumes like Cassidy and Gabler, both pretty much nothing burgers, that fire making is gonna help a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give Gabler the edge. When I first watched, I definitely was Team Cassidy. I thought Cassidy should win. I was probably Team Cassidy like about 2 months prior to recording this video. That's when I finally looked at the final three and I'm like, wow, nah, all three of them suck. But I still have to give Gabler an edge. I still think he's the worst New Era winner. I've seen people put Gabler in their like top 8, top 10 of all-time winners. Like, best game of all-time winners. That, to me, you'd have to, like, snort 5 lines to make a list like that. He's not even close. Alright, everyone, that was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my first video, actually. Originally, I planned to do this in one big part, but if I did it like that, it would have been, like, 20 to 25 minutes. I want my videos to be, like, 10 to 15 minutes, so I want to set the timer for that. More videos to come in the future. Obviously, part 2 will be out very soon. And yeah, peace.